We're moving on into segment number 18 of our Halloween special. And what are we playing? Jeopardy Platinum Edition for the Game Boy. Let's see how we do here. Here we go. We just played Wheel of Fortune for the Game Boy. We want to portion the bonus round at $11,650 in cash. And this is the Platinum Edition of Jeopardy, as I just mentioned a little bit ago. In the first version of Jeopardy for the Game Boy, we won $32,000. What's going to happen in the Platinum? Let's find out. Let me take on Jill this game. Here we go. Dollar figures on the board. And we're going to be dealing with these categories. We have health and medicine, people and history, literature, gems and jewelry, travel and tourism, and swim and dive. Let's take gems and jewelry at 100. Renaissance women wore several necklaces at a time, often made of these mollusk gems. What are pearls? I'll take gems and jewelry for 200. Paradox are often this shade of green that may remind you of a martini garnish. What is an olive? I'll take gems and jewelry for 300. The 128 karat Tiffany diamond was discovered in this country's famous Kimberley mine. What is South Africa? It is indeed South Africa. We'll go gems and jewelry for 400. Many fine fire opals come from Querétaro in this North American country. What is Mexico? It is indeed Mexico, correct. Let's finish off gems and jewelry for 500. The most highly valued of these gems are a deep color known as pigeon blood. I'm not 100% sure about this one. Pigeon blood, what are they? Rubies. Rubies, okay. Health and medicine, 100 please. Extracranial types of these include tension and cluster as well as migraines. What are headaches? Oh, poop. Let's go health and medicine 200. This kid's disease may recur in adults as shingles. It's the same virus. What is chickenpox? I'll have health and medicine 300, please. This inflammation of the liver can be caused by viruses, drugs, or alcohol. How do you spell it? I don't know how to spell psoriasis, so you know what? I'm just going to say what is hepatitis. Even though I know it's psoriasis, but I don't know how to spell psoriasis. Oh, hepatitis was right! Never mind. Health and medicine, 400. Frostbite is often accompanied by this condition of low body temperature that must be treated first. What is hypothermia? Let's have health and medicine for 500, please. Located above the nose and above the tonsils, they normally enlarge to trap infecting organisms. Behind the nose and above the tonsils. Above the nose and below the tonsils. Below the nose. Behind the nose and above the tonsils. I'm gonna try this one. What are the sinuses? That is incorrect. Ugh. Behind the nose and above the tonsils. I'm blanking on this one. I don't know. They're the adenoids. Okay. I'll have literature for 100. Natasha Rostova marries Pierre Bushkov in this classic Tolstoy novel. What is War and Peace? I'll have literature 200. He wrote his 1848 novel Dombey and Son while living in Switzerland. God, I don't know. Does Jill know this one? Charles Dickens. Oh, okay, it's Charles Dickens. I wouldn't have come up with that one. Let's go to the next clip. Literature for 400. Completes the title of John le Carre's novel, Tinker, Tailor. Oh, I forgot this title. It's just not coming. Does Jill know this one? Tinker, Tailor. Not that, obviously. Tinker, Tailor. For some reason, I think sailor is part of the answer. Soldier, spy. Tinker, Tailor, soldier, spy. In 221 BC, this country's Ptolemy IV had his mother, Bernice II, put to death. What is Egypt? People in history, 200. Brian Boru became king of Munster, part of this country, in 976. What is Ireland? People in history, 300, please. He was Austria's ambassador to Canada in 1958 and Secretary General of the UN in 1972. He was obviously from Austria. Kurt Waldheim. People in history, 400. Half of one of this venerable historian's finger bones is in a church in La Cañada, California. Don't know this one. I'm looking for the Venerable Bede. The Venerable Bede. However you say it. Either way. In 339 BC, Xenocrates became head of the academy this man had founded. It would only make sense if it's who I think it is. Plato, okay. I was thinking Socrates for some reason, so I would have been wrong. Jill's on the wall and has some cash. Here we go, Jill. Where to? Longfellow wrote, I heard the bells on this day, their old familiar carols play. What is Christmas? Literature 500. Daily double. I'll wager the value of the clue, 500. Alright, here's the clue in literature. Brother Against Brother by Time Life Books is a history of this war. I'm just going to go with what is the Civil War. It is indeed the Civil War, correct. Okay. I'll have swim and dive 100. In 1940, John Sigmund swam 292 miles down this river from St. Louis. What is the Missouri? The other one. Frick. That's alright. Got a $2,600, but that's okay. Still going strong. It's the Mississippi River. That's okay. Swim and dive 200. In this event, swimmers perform acrobatic movements to music. I'm going to go with what is synchronized swimming. I'll have swim and dive 300. $2,500 more than Jill at the moment. Swimming meets consist of spring competition and springboard and this. I'm gonna go with what is platform. Swim and dive 400, please. He's the only man to win 4 Olympic gold medals in diving. I'm gonna go with who is Greg Louganis. Swim and dive 500. Racking up the cash. Dives can be performed in 4 positions: layout, pike, free, and this. I'm gonna go with what is tuck. Correct! $4,000. At least travel and tourism. 100, please. Originally called the Grand Cour, it's Paris' most celebrated thoroughfare. What is the Champs-Élysées? 200. In this island group, you can tour the tortoise hatchery at the Charles Darwin Biological Station. What are the Galapagos Islands? $300, please. An annex of Italy's Basilica of San Francisco contains the tomb of this divine poet, who is Dante Alighieri. $400. The Mozarteum is one side of this Austrian city's famous music festival. What is Salzburg? Last clue. The Athens Summer Festival offers plays and concerts at the Herodes Atticus Theater on this hill. What is the Acropolis? So at the end of the Jeopardy round, I have $5,500, Jill has $300, so she goes first. Where are we starting, Jill? Human body for $200. While almost any vein can become varicose, most occur in this part of the body. What is the leg? The human body, $400. The sclera is the hard white outer layer of this. What is the eye? The human body for $6. The blood carries carbon dioxide and this other gas. What is oxygen? Human body, $800. By definition, a person with type 1 diabetes is dependent on this. What is insulin? And the human body for $1,000. The esophagus leads into this organ, the duodenum leads out. What is the stomach? Alright. Alright, what other categories we have on tap? We have trees, the earth, theater, the Civil War, travel and tourism. How about Civil War for $200? This ship was refloated, rebuilt, and renamed the CSS Virginia. What is the Merrimack? Civil War, 400. Built to accommodate 10,000 prisoners, this Georgia prison camp often had 3 times that many. What is Andersonville? Civil War, 600. Joshua Lawrence Chamberlain won the Medal of Honor for defending Little Round Top at this Pennsylvania battle. What is Gettysburg? Civil War, 800. Daily double. I have the lead. I'll do 800. Here's the clue in the Civil War. Confederate General John C. Breckinridge held this U.S. office under President Buchanan. I'm gonna say what is Vice President. That's right! 10,500. Civil War, 1000. She served as a Union spy during the war as well as a conductor on the Underground Railroad. Who is Sojourner Truth? That is wrong. Ugh. Oh well. It was Harriet Tubman. Oh well. The Earth, 200. The movements of these cause volcanic eruptions and earthquakes. What are tectonic plates? I'll have the Earth for 4. Of the 3 types of rocks, the one gneiss is... What is sedimentary? It is not sedimentary. It's metamorphic. The Earth, 600, please. Term for the valleys that are the deepest part of the ocean floors. What are the trenches? The Earth, 800. The other daily double. Let's stick with 800. Here's the clue in the Earth. The bulk of the Earth is contained in this silica-rich layer. What is the atmosphere? That is wrong. The mantle. Alright. At least I didn't wager too much. The Earth 1000. These land masses are generally classified as continental or oceanic. I don't know. Islands. Theater for 400. John Dryden wrote a 1677 play, All for Love, in this kind of verse, also favored by Shakespeare. What is blank verse? Theater 200. Hamlet describes this country as a prison. Something is rotten in it, too. What is Denmark? Theater for 6. Perhaps in response to the gloom of World War II, he wrote the light comedy Blithe Spirit in 6 Days. Who is Noel Coward? Theater for 800. Back in the 5 figures, over $10,000. Murder in the Cathedral premiered in this city where the play is set. What is Canterbury? A Theater 1000. This great Russian acting teacher played Satan in Gorky's 1902 play, The Lower Depths. Who is, Stanislavski, Konstantin Stanislavski. There we go. Let's have Trouble in Tourism 200. It's the main attraction in Pike National Forest. What is Pikes Peak? Travel to Tourism 4. The Seward Silver Salmon Derby is an annual summer event in this state. What is Alaska? Travel to Tourism for 6. This New York City complex contains the GE building and Radio City Music Hall. What is Rockefeller Center? Travel to Tourism for 800. The gravesite of Manowar is in a Lexington Horse Park in this state. What's Kentucky? Trouble the Tourism 1000. This Central American country is bisected by the Trans-Isthmian Highway. What is Panama? Alright. Trees 200. Its name is from the Greek for well covered, and it covers Australia pretty well. What is the eucalyptus? $400. Making it difficult for Jill. This family of tropical trees has two major types of leaves, fan-shaped and feather-shaped. What are palm trees? $6. The Save This Giant Tree League was one of the first conservation groups in the U.S. What is the bunyan? Bunyan. That is wrong. Ugh. It is the redwood. I always get this clue wrong. Oh well. These trees are known for their winged seeds called keys. What are maple trees? There we go, now the last clue. Species of this popular poplar include the big tooth and quaking. That's wrong, Jill. You're gonna finish with $300. What's the pine tree? That's wrong too. It was aspen, the aspen, but it still finished with 14,900, which isn't bad. Let's play Final Jeopardy. The category is... Alright. Aspen is the right answer. Of course. Alright. So we're going to add $29,800 to the bank. Okay. So that puts me at $328,840. And we're going to have to wrap it up for this segment, and I'll see you all for that next one. Coming up next, right after this, stay with us.